All right. Okay, so I bought myself a new wireless microphone for the for this phone here, and because the one that's actually attached to my phone is like all muffled, and I don't know, there's probably just gunk in there and all that kind of crap. But we're testing it out. Hopefully things will come in clear. Hot Book Alert Live number 12. That was a really good time with Mr. Longshort and Red Hood. Always a good time. That's up and running. Also, Tales from the Flip Side Tuesday with me and Dino. That was last night, and that's also a great time. So go watch both of those. And I was gonna do for this whole video here, I was strictly gonna do just the stuff that I picked up on Free Comic Book Day. But I was at a store yesterday, which was Tuesday, and I came across a handful of Dave Stevens books. So let's throw those in as well. It's Dave Stevens Day here, and we're gonna start with Elvira's House of Mystery number 11. Now, typically, I was strictly gonna do dollar books, but I saw these. Of course, I had to buy them, but I figured let's throw these in the haul as well. This is probably, I mean, you see spine ticks here. As many of you know, I am a comic book white supremacist. I love my comic book covers nice and white, but I'm also very much a comic book black activist. Is this black activist worthy? I mean, it's ticked up, but I would say this Dave Stevens, Elvira's House of Mystery, number 11, is probably in very fine condition. I tell you what, I've never seen a copy in person before. Like, never. I've been after this book for 6+ years, and I've never seen one in person. So I finally have found one. Got this for $10, and I have to think that even a VF copy goes for more than $10. You know what I'm saying? I would say, I'd probably say, what is this? What's going on here? Maybe, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll say very fine. Even a very fine copy of Elvira's House of Mystery number 11 goes for a lot more than the $10 that I paid for this. All right, what's next? We have World of Wood number 2. So we have a Wallace Wood. Don't call him Wally. So we have a Wallace Wood Dave Stevens cover. Great looking cover. You got the headlights mom telling her kid to take the alien creature back outside the house. Just this thing is fun, man. Very fun cover. You got like a little bit of a scuff right there, but this thing, I only paid $8 for it. And again, goes for slightly more than the $8 that I paid for this. So, and I know I've never seen this thing out in the wild ever. Even in the dollar bins, even, like never. Even at an inflated price, never seen it. But happy to have found it for $8. Crossfire and Rainbow number 4. All right, another Dave Stevens cover. You have an Elvis. So this is an Elvis cover. Okay, and this is another cover that I don't think I've ever come across, like ever. So happy to have seen. Definitely happy to have seen like these three books, especially the Elvira, because I've just been after that thing for so long. Even before all the hype around Dave Stevens reached a critical level, I had never, ever seen that Elvira's House of Mystery, and I had been searching for it for so long. Crossfire and Rainbow, Paid $15 for this one. And I believe, you know, I'm thinking this is probably a near mint minus copy. And this is going for, in near mint condition, maybe, I want to say like, I'm thinking $50 on a good day. You know, $40, $50 on a good day. So these were, I mean, here's the thing with these prices. I paid less than what they go for, but more than I kind of wanted to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cheap. I'm the type, especially when it comes to like these Dave Stevens, these Copper Age books like this. You know, I'm apt to find these in the dollar bin somewhere. But now here's a book that I'm very familiar with and have 2 copies already of. So we have Johnny Quest number 5. The got another headlights cover there, and I'm glad this book is finally catching on. And this is in this store that I picked these Dave Stevens covers up from. I bought a copy of this for $1 about a year ago. So I'm like, okay, I'll pay $10 for this VF copy here. And yeah. And of all the copies, I'll probably try to sell this one at some point in time. And most likely for what I sell this for, this Johnny Quest can probably pay for everything here. So yeah. I mean, it wasn't a lot of books, but you know, it's quality over quantity, especially Elvira, man. Finally found that damn book. All right, let's get into the dollar books, and we're not done with Dave Stevens. We are not done with Dave Stevens by a mile, and but we're gonna get into the dollar books that I picked up at a sale. So pretty much all of these are from one store, and I think the last 4 are from a different one. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog number 0. I don't know if anybody can hear my stomach growling, but it's getting busy there. But Sonic the Hedgehog number 0 found not one, but we found 2 copies for $1. And I would say on a good day, these Sonic the Hedgehogs go for, I'm thinking they go for about like 25 to 30 on a really good day. So we found 2 copies of that, and these are really nice shape. Will I say they're 9/8 or anything like that? Probably not, but these are in really decent shape though. Very solid. They're supple. They look very supple. They're I would say they're white supremacist worthy. What say you? White supremacist worthy? We got 2 copies of that. And speaking of Sonic, I don't know what this is. I really don't know what this is. So we have Team Sonic Racing One Shot. What year is this from? Let's see. Let's see what year this is from. So we found this for $1 as well. So Team Sonic Racing Deluxe. Hold on. Let's get this thing in focus. Okay, so Team Sonic Racing Turbo Championship Edition from 2019. Okay. All right. Okay. I tried looking this book up to see what it goes for. I know people want like $50 to $60 on it, but I mean, that's just asking price. Nobody's paying that much for it, so I really don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Now here is, are we gonna do this one yet, or are we gonna hold off? Let's do these here. So we have Savage Tales number 1 and Savage Tales number 5. And so these are Arthur Sidem covers. Now I've had plenty of copies of the Savage Tales. I believe, is this, gosh darn it, what year is this from? Oops, excuse me. What year is this from, man? Damn it. I totally forget. I had the version of this years ago. So this is from, gosh darn, where's the, oh, so this is from 2007. So this is from 2007. And like I said, I had the version of this a long time ago. I had the regular version. I had this version a long time ago. Sold them off. Happy to find it again. Maybe this book goes for 20 on a good day. I don't know. I can't remember. But happy to have Savage Tales #1 and #5. Two very beautiful Arthur Sidum Red Sonja covers. So yeah, Shay. All right, what's next? Now this is a favorite cover of mine. Are we gonna do this one yet? No. Let's do this one. So we've got Teenage Murder Bait #1. Now this is another book that I have had a copy of. I want to say like maybe a couple years ago, and I sold it off. But I'm happy that it's boomeranged back into my world. So Teenage Murder Bait. Now what's interesting about this really isn't a comic at all. All it is just a bunch of text stories with like some really just kind of like very loosely done illustrations sprinkled throughout. So it's technically not a comic, but it's the size of a comic. And this came out in 2006. Now this isn't necessarily a near mint copy because you got like some dirt and some ticks along the spine here, but for $1 I was not passing it up. And the special edition of this is finally, there's a variant of this which is like a blue cover, which is finally catching on and gaining some value. But I don't see this one available at all. This version here, I'm not seeing any copies available on eBay or any other like online store. So happy to find Teenage Murder Bait once again. All right, now here is a very, 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 very favorite cover of mine. I freaking love this cover. So we've got The Invisibles #14 from 1998. This is a Brian Bolland cover. Brian Bolland is an underrated artist when it comes to drawing women. Like he has like this great level of detail and rendering that I think is just, it's up there to me. It's up there with Adam Hughes. It's up there with J. Scott Campbell as far as artists that are still working today. Up there with Frank Cho. Who else? But he's up there, and I think his work is severely underrated. But this cover is just chef's kiss. Love it. It's this cover doesn't go for anything, but I wish there were a newsstand of this, but I can't imagine, just because this is I don't think Vertigo did newsstands. But yeah, this is a great cover. Can't get enough of it. But beautiful Invisibles cover. All right, what's next? We got caught in the FOMO. Earth X #12. This is I believe this is the first cover appearance of, Shallow Ball, the Lady Silver Surfer. We finally found a copy. Now, this was so when I was kind of mapping out the plan for finding books at this dollar sale, I made it a mission to find this book first. So I thought to myself, if I find Earth 12 first, then it'll set the tone for the rest of the visit at this store. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can find this, I mean, this book is going for what, like $30 or something like that. And I figured to myself, okay, so if I can, if this is there, then I'll find other good stuff as well. So, and it did set the tone. Finding this book did set the tone. And I was hoping to find more copies so I can like more copies of Earth X number 12 so I can kind of bundle them together and like kind of sell them off. Like right now, I'm just kind of like, I wouldn't want to sell this thing by itself because it wouldn't be worth selling alone. You know what I mean? Because I just, it's just, I don't know. Like I'd like to clear like $50 after shipping and eBay fees. You know what I mean? That's why I like to like bundle books together. So I was hoping to find more copies of this, but no such luck. But maybe next time. Maybe at another store or something like that. All right, what's next? What's next? So we've got New X-Men number 114 and 115. So 114 is the first appearance of Cassandra Nova, who is I guess the main bad guy in the upcoming Deadpool movie. And we have 115, first appearance of Negasonic, Teenage Warhead. So we found these for $1 a piece. Let's see, let's try to get this camera situated a little bit better. Does that look better or not? I don't know. Hold on. I don't like, there's like a little bit of a tilt going on. Maybe that's better. Okay, whatever. But X-Men 114 and 115. Now here's a book. I have no clue if this book is worth anything or not, but I like it and I don't care. So we have Wildcats number 3. This is a newsstand version. I've never seen the newsstand of this. Now I've seen the newsstand of number 1, seen the newsstand of number 2, but never of number 3. I remember reading a copy. So when I was in high school, back in 1992, late 1992, maybe, yeah, late 1992, I was a freshman in high school, and I was reading a copy of this in like our library time, during library time, and I was just like, I just loved this issue, like the fight between, two teams, the fight between Wildcats and Youngblood. I thought this was the coolest thing ever, and to have Jim Lee drawing it, forget about it. But yeah, this was cool. Love it. All right, what's next? Found that for $1. Young Justice number 2. There was a lot of Young Justice there. I'm thinking I probably should have bought more, but I don't know. I guess I was feeling cheap at the time. But Young Justice number 2, so we have a Superboy and a Joker cover. I think on a good day, maybe this book goes for $10. You know what I'm saying? So, Young Justice number 2 from 2011. There is a Young Justice, I think that was like early 2000s or late 90s. But this is the one from 2000, early 2010s. How about that? Now here's a Adam Hughes cover that does not go for anything, but since it's an Adam Hughes cover and it was $1, I figured let's pick it up. So we have The Maze Agency number 19. Again, it's an Adam Hughes cover, does not go for anything, but it's an Adam Hughes cover. And it's got ladies on the cover, even though it's got like an old lady right there. You got this one. She don't look like, all right. This book doesn't go for anything, but I still it's still worth $1 to me. All right, let's get into some Dave Stevens action, shall we? Some more Dave Stevens action, shall we? Check this out. So we've got True Love number 1. Now, this particular store that I went to the free comic book day sale at, I'm ending my sentence with a preposition. I know it's bad grammar, but for the sake of simplicity. Okay, True Love number 1. This is, I actually found a copy at this particular store years ago, and I had a feeling that I would find some more Dave Stevens books, you know what I'm saying, there. But, and yeah, I knew another copy would be there. So True Love at number 1. Found this for but actually it was a set, 1 and 2, but this was $1. And I believe this book goes for about, what was it, about like 20 or 30 or something like that. This is still an undervalued Dave Stevens cover, in my opinion. And the thing about this was, when I bought it, it was sealed in plastic. A lot of the comic book stores, like back in the, probably like the 70s, early 80s and stuff like that, they would seal their comic book sets in, or even they would seal just a lot of their comics in plastic. And this thing had not seen human hands in a very long time. Oh, there's a little bit of a thing going on right there, but it's still a very beautiful, solid looking copy. Found that for $1. Still very, very, very underrated. Still an underrated Dave Stevens cover. This thing is so cool. I thought this was a very cool cover. All right, now here's probably the best of the Dave Stevens covers that I found. Crossfire number 12, Marilyn Monroe. Got a Marilyn Monroe cover. So what is this, from 1985? Wow. I mean, this art is so, it just looks so ahead of its time, man. This thing looks so, it looks of its time and ahead of its time at the same time. If you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, I found this for $1. I had a feeling I would find a really, really terrific, more expensive Dave Stevens cover at this sale, because I did find, so this was the store that I found DNA Agents number 24, a nice near mint copy, and probably some other books that I can't think of right now, but some other Dave Stevens books that I can't think of right now. But we found Crossfire number 12 in really decent shape. Look at that. Beautiful spine. I don't know how many other copies I have. I know I do have at least one more copy of this kicking around, so happy to find another. What's this book going for right now? I would say Crossfire 12 on a good day, maybe like 150. I know at least 100. I know at least 100. I know if I were to sell this book, I wouldn't let it go for at least 100. But I'm not. So nobody contact me. You can let it go. No. We're holding on to Crossfire number 12. All right, let's get into some more like Dave Stevens stuff. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay, check this out. Check this out. So we've got, oh my gosh, not one, not two, not three, not four, not 5. So we got 6. I can't believe I did. I'm ashamed of myself. But we have 6 copies of Last of the Viking Heroes, number 5. So this is Jack Kirby doing the art and Dave Stevens doing the finishes. So most likely what, the inks. And now, this book really doesn't go for too much, and I can kind of, now it's like probably a $10 book, and it's like, of all the subject matter that Jack Kirby and Dave Stevens could do together, this book ain't got no hose on it. And on top of that, the subject matter, the composition, it's just a little staticky, it's a little static, it's a little boring. But I still understand the cultural significance of Jack Kirby and Dave Stevens doing a cover together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right. And okay, so, and this is, I don't know who did the art on, I don't know who did probably the colors. What year is this? I want to know what year this is. Last of the Viking Heroes, number 5. What year is this? So this is from 1988. Okay. And oddly enough, okay, check this out. So there is an alternate cover of Last of the Viking Heroes #5 that basically has like a naked woman smack dab on the cover. And I'm just like, so Jack Kirby and Dave Stevens couldn't do that composition, but you got to do this one. It's just like, ugh, okay, all right, fine, whatever. Or even, they couldn't even have done this one. So this is, I got 6 copies of, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 5 copies of Last of the Viking Heroes #6. I'm like, they couldn't have done this cover. I know they would have, like, together they would have blown this cover out of the park. They would have knocked it out of the park. But who did the cover here? Oh, wow, look at that. Nice image there by Michael Thibodeau. Is that not Michael Thibodeau? I believe so. So, yeah, okay, so this is a Michael Thibodeau. So this is I believe this is the creator of Last of the Viking Heroes, Michael Thibodeau. And check this out. Now, I don't think this #6 really goes for anything, but if I were to ever sell any copies of #5, I'll pair them up with #6. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What's next? Okay, so we have, check this cover out. Look at this. So we've got Last of the Viking Heroes Summer Special. We got 2 copies here, and look at this. Look at that. A freaking Frank Frazetta cover, man. Look at that. Yikes. Wow. And now this is how you do it. Look at that. Look at that right there. Okay, so I want to take out the one. Okay, so let me take out the copy that's slightly lower grade and see what's going on here. Cover by Frank Frazetta. Story and plot by Jack Kirby. All right, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. So we have, so this is from 1988 as well. But yeah, man, Frank Frazetta cover. Look at that, man. Very cool. I believe this book, like on a good day, can go for like maybe $20, something like that. I don't know. But I saw it. So it was a Frank Frazetta cover. I was just like, oh, we're on this. We are on this. And we're not done with Last of the Viking Heroes. So we've got #11. And this is a Michael Thibodeau cover. And I'm like, okay, so like Dave Stevens could have done I mean, this is a really great cover, but I'm pretty certain Dave Stevens would have done a much better job with it. But yeah, this is still a good cover though. Still a good cover, but you know, it's like Dave Stevens and Jack Kirby. They had to do this cover, but not like a cover like that, or even a cover like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay. All right, okay. But yeah, I mean, this cover is out. This cover is pretty cool though. I'm not mad at this cover at all. Michael Thibodeau. Okay, all right. I've never heard that name before. So, all right. What's next? We got some more dollar books. We got 2 copies of. I've been trying to look this book up for the last few days, and I can't find anything on it. So this is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Bound, #3. So this is a, who did this cover? So this is a Dave Nestor cover. So London Knight is the publisher. I can't find any info on this at all. Like I don't see anything on eBay by way of sales or listings. I just can't find anything. So I'm just like, you know what? It's still a good looking cover. So let's go ahead and pick up 2 copies. All right. But if anybody has any info on this, I would gladly appreciate it. And we found some Dollar Amazing Spider-Man. You can never go wrong with Dollar Amazing Spider-Man. $237, $246. Dang, look at I didn't know J. Jonah Jameson was brolic like that. Okay, I didn't know he had it like that. Spidey, $283. I've never seen this cover before. Oh wow, okay. Never seen this cover before. Well, rather before I bought it. Okay. Titiana. Absorbing Man and Titiana. Okay. What is this? Amazing Spider-Man 326 and Amazing 327 versus Magneto. Also Rogue #1 from 1993. Okay. Now, this book here was not $1, but I didn't want to pass it up. So in the back were the dollar books, and up front were the regular priced comics. Now this is Creature, and I paid $10 for this. So Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is a trade paperback from Dark Horse Comics. I believe this is from okay, so the date on this is, so the date on the art is 1993. But so I have to imagine this is like early mid-90s. So this is an Art Adams cover, and Art Adams, people are starting to appreciate his art. No pun intended, more and more. And this trade paperback, so I paid $10 for this, and this book seems to be going for about 40, for about like 30, 40, maybe even 50 on a good day. So yeah, so we got Creature from the Black Lagoon, got that for $10, and we're gonna end things with some newsstand Superman. Okay, so we've got Action Comics number 813. So we've got a Michael Turner cover. This is a really good looking cover here. Look at that. I love this cover. And when I saw it, and then, so I saw the cover and then saw that it was newsstand, I'm like, oh, this is an automatic pickup right here. Beautiful newsy. Superman number 205. So this was Superman for Tomorrow. This was that Superman storyline. Now, the storyline, so Jim Lee did Superman for Tomorrow. I don't think I've ever anticipated like a storyline so much than Superman for Tomorrow. And it turned out to be a raging disappointment. The art was a 10, but the story was so boring. It was awful. Like each issue felt like so Brian Azzarello, Jim Lee, Brian Azzarello, he really screwed the pooch. When it came to Superman for Tomorrow, that shit was so boring. But this is a good cover. So this is the Michael Turner variant, and we found it in a newsie. We found a newsie. And let's do some Superman New 52 stuff. So we have some late newsstands, some very late newsstands. Superman number 49 from 2016. I'm really surprised to see that they went into 2016 with some newsstands. But, well, actually, I take that back. I'm surprised to have found some 2016 newsstands. So I don't know what this book is going for, but I just figured, you know what? It's a late newsstand. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And here's probably the latest of newsstands. Didn't they end the New 52 at 52, right? They end like the comics that started, you know, from like number 1 and made it all the way to 52, like they ended it right there. So this is probably, so this is the final issue of the New 52, and then they went into DC Rebirth. So I found a newsstand of that. So yeah, that's my haul. I found a lot of books. Found a lot of them cheaply. And when it comes to these, like Dave Stevens, where are these? When it comes to these, you know, I'm glad to have, I don't mind paying what I paid on them, because they're still worth more than what I paid for them. Okay, so that's my haul. I'm really hopeful that this mic I'm hopeful that this mic holds up, and we'll see what happens on the playback. Okay, so long story short, on Nearing Nirvana on Thursday, and then we've got Hot Book Alert live this coming Sunday. It's always a good time, man. It's a good time on this channel. It's a good time on my Instagram. I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.